Turning to another trending topic today, former NHL head coach Bruce Boudreau has been trending since he was fired by the Vancouver Canucks yesterday. While both Boudreau and fans anticipated the move, the way the club handled it has left many fans and players upset. Manisa Danabolan joins us live with more. Manisa, who will replace Boudreau as the new head coach?
Kelly, the former coach of the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Arizona Coyotes, Rick Tocchet, is now the 21st head coach in the franchise's history, but he's not entering the most welcoming environment after the way his predecessor was pushed out, leaving a bitter taste for many. The energy in the stands was electric on Saturday during the Vancouver Canucks game against the Edmonton Oilers. Fans showing their support for Bruce Boudreau in what many, including himself, knew was likely his last game. An emotional Boudreau was seen crying behind the bench. And later, during a post-game interview, he said he still hadn't been fired and he didn't know why he was still there.
I had to stay out there and just look at the crowd and just try to say, okay, remember this moment type thing. I thought it was over in November when there was certain things said and it wasn't. We kept going, and this last stretch was pretty tough.
While many agree that it was time for him to go, they also say the Canucks management should have done things more respectfully. According to reports, it all started back when Boudreau was hired in December 2021.
With most hockey teams, you hire your general manager and then you hire your coach. And what happened 13 months ago with the Vancouver Canucks is they fired everybody, hired the coach, and then hired the general manager. So there was really this idea the whole time that the new management team with Jim Rutherford and Patrick Allvin, Bruce Boudreau was not their choice.
Throughout the season, Canucks president Jim Rutherford criticized the team's structure and performance. He even called out Boudreau a number of times in interviews, something he apologized for when the coaching change was announced.
Now, part of this process, and I will apologize to Bruce for this, is probably in my interviews over the course of the season. When people ask me a question, I'm probably too direct and too honest. And so that goes back to my comment about team playing with structure, more structure, and things like that.
But many across the hockey landscape have criticized the Canucks management, saying this isn't the way to handle things.
If they knew that Tocchet was coming in, which they clearly did, why didn't they let Bruce Boudreau go out with dignity a couple weeks ago, or even on Monday last Monday when Jim Rutherford admitted to the media that he had been looking at and talking to people about potential new head coaches for the last couple months.
Boudreau is known as one of the nicest guys in hockey and is loved by many.
He makes connections with people, and it's the players, but it's also like his entire staff. It's just the way that he treats everyone. And I would say the media is the same way. He was always very good to the media, and still is for that matter. But the fact that he wanted players to know that if they ever needed to check in with him about anything, whether it was on ice or off ice, he was available.
After all this, the environment with the team may be different for Rick Tocchet as he steps into his new role. And with the fans, it may be a while before they move on, after seeing Boudreau in tears multiple times. Tocchet has a pretty hard start ahead of him with 3 games in 4 nights. His first game as head coach will see the Canucks take on the Chicago Blackhawks. Kelly?